Hello, hello. Next video. I know you're like, Professor Johnson, why we got so much to do in this orientation module when we're meeting face to face? Right. Because I want you to come to class prepared. That is the most important thing. So I am teaching this as a web enhanced class, and we will be using Canvas. Every week we will be using Canvas. I will start with the Let's Get It Started introductory video. That page will be the Let's Get It Started will be the introductory video and your assigned reading. And you're gonna get to this in a second, but we're using two books for this class. We're using Fashion for Fabric, the complete guide, and we're using Fashion for Fabric, the swatch book. Let's see if we can get them, hold them up together. Yes. So when you get to the textbook, you'll learn more about our two books. But every week it's Let's Get It Started. Every module it's Let's Get It Started, introductory video, assigned reading. Then you're going to move on to a Learning is Fun, which is an introductory kind of like mini lecture material that I want you to know before we come to class. And it's important that you review these before we come to class so that we can all start off on a level playing field, right? So by reading the textbook material and reviewing the mini lecture, we can start with having a conversation, right? There's nothing worse than being in a class where the teacher's like, wah, 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 wah. So I want you to come in with some knowledge, okay? So you will have the Learning is Fun, and then depending on the week, you may have a quiz, you may have a discussion board. So even though we're discussing in class, there's a couple topics that I want us to dive into into a little bit more depth, or you may have a textile evaluation activity. And again, when those come around, we'll talk about those in class, but they will be here in the module, okay? Of course, we'll be taking our midterm, actually our exam 1 and 2 in Canvas as well. I think it's really important, even though we're face to face, that we use Canvas for the things that we can use Canvas for. So instead of taking up valuable classroom time, taking quizzes and exams, we can do that. You can do that at home. Plus, that way it can be open notes. So hopefully you are more successful at your quiz and exam taking at home than you would be under pressure of us being in the classroom space together. Okay, so every week this is what it looks like. Let's Get It Started, which is the orientation, the introductory video, and your assigned reading. Learning is Fun, which is our introduction to the lecture, and then depending on the week, quiz, discussion board, or textile evaluation activity. You may have one of those, or you may not have any of those, right? And then there's a recap video on the end. Woo, we learned a lot on the end as well, okay? All right, now you know what to expect. Move on to the next page.